There are those who believe GTA 6 is coming out this year and those who think it has been delayed. But we're not here to debate opinions, we're here to analyze reality. What are the real possibilities on the table? What are the key dates? And how likely is Rockstar to deliver on its promise? It's already March 2025. Let's be honest, when we saw the first trailer, many of us assumed we'd be playing by now, but it's been almost 500 days since that trailer. And Rockstar has remained completely silent. All we've received are quarterly statements from Take-Two asserting the game is still slated for later this year. But is this a sign of confidence? Or just a strategy to reassure investors? Today we'll objectively assess whether GTA 6 still has a real chance in 2025, or if though not officially stated, a delay is inevitable. Except for the end of trailer 1, Take-Two has consistently reaffirmed every quarter in its investor conferences that GTA 6 will be released in fall 2025. On one hand, we've had constant confirmations, but on the other, absolute silence that has become too loud. No trailer, no comments, no screenshots of any kind. We're still referencing the same minute-and-a-half trailer we got back in December 2023. The time since we last heard about GTA 6 from Rockstar has been embarrassingly long, and we're dangerously approaching the months leading up to the supposed release, leading a massive part of the community to believe it has already been delayed to 2026. The community feels hopeless about it, tired of the GTA 6 topic altogether, although interest and hype levels, according to data, remain as high as when Rockstar announced the trailer. Should we give up? Forget about it? Act as if GTA 6 never existed? I think some are being overly dramatic. We still have a massive chance for the game to release in 2025, fulfilling the date shown in the trailer. And if you're thinking about it, yes, just because the strategy has worked a certain way in the past doesn't mean it will be the same in the future. But ignoring the pattern would be like betting blindly at a table where the cards have already been revealed. If we analyze the history of Rockstar's two most important recent games, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, we find a clear pattern in the timelines of their marketing campaigns. This isn't a coincidence, it has been repeated with such precision that it almost seems like an internal rule, or rather two unwritten rules that, if everything goes as expected, will guide the launch of GTA 6. Let me introduce you to the 8-month rule and the 3-month rule, the key factors that could confirm we'll be playing this before the year ends. These patterns aren't baseless assumptions but structured models that Rockstar has followed with precision. From the first trailer of GTA 5 to the second, only a year passed, and in between they gradually released screenshots showcasing the game. However, despite the second trailer stating that we'd be playing in spring 2013, we had to wait a couple more months until January 2013 for them to give us the final release date after a 5-month delay, September 17th of that year. In other words, there was an exact 8-month gap between the confirmation of the date and the game's release. In the case of Red Dead Redemption 2, from the first trailer, which announced a fall 2017 release, until the second one, we had to wait 11 months with an official statement in between correcting the release window to spring 2018. But from there until the trailer that finally gave us the final date, we had to wait another 5 months. This happened in February 2018, and the game launched in October, which once again created an 8-month gap between the final date announcement and the release, the so-called 8-month rule. With this, I want to make it clear that even though both games use different marketing strategies, Rockstar has always stuck to launching its titles 8 months after revealing the exact release date. And this is precisely what could still happen with GTA 6 before the year ends. Let's imagine, for example, that the game releases in mid to late November 2025. This would mean that the official release date would have to be announced in April or May of this year, maintaining the 8-month gap that Rockstar always follows. That would still leave them with more than half a year to carry out all the necessary marketing. If 8 months seems too short for a game of this scale, then you need to know about the second pattern, or as I like to call it, the 3-month rule. It's incredibly simple. Rockstar doesn't release the gameplay trailer, major screenshot packs, previews, and of course the launch trailer until there are at least 3 months left before a game's release. Regardless of traditional marketing efforts like billboards and advertisements, this is how Rockstar has always operated. If we stick to our imaginary timeline where GTA 6 releases in mid to late November 2025, we'd be looking at an intensive marketing campaign kicking off in late August or early September, delivering the kind of content that makes sense for a game of this magnitude. And most importantly, Rockstar is still well within within the timeline it has followed in the past. There are no official signs of a delay nor any indications that the company has deviated from its plan. As long as there's no announcement saying otherwise, the possibility of the game launching in 2025 remains on the table. For those claiming that they already said not to compare this to previous game marketing, I have to clarify that this is completely false. The closest Rockstar or Take-Two have come to addressing this is by stating, Rockstar Games will make its announcements when they are ready. We do not speculate or follow anyone else's schedule, so be careful with misinformation. While video game developers count the days and fear the new supposed standards that GTA 6 will impose on the industry, console manufacturers eagerly await the game's release. PlayStation's head of creators, Greg Rice, claims that GTA 6 will undoubtedly be the best, most incredible, and biggest game of the year. He is confident that many players will buy a console just for GTA 6, which at the same time will be a great opportunity for them to discover and try other games, providing a significant economic boost to the industry as a whole. As you can see, everyone pretty much takes it for granted that the game will be released in 2025. A delay at this point is unlikely but by no means impossible. Experts claim that the potential delay of GTA 6 could cause some companies to collapse, as many are waiting for the game's release to determine when to launch their own titles. If they don't manage this properly, it could mean their end. We have to stay very attentive to what may happen in the next 2 months. I recommend subscribing to stay informed about what truly matters the moment it happens. I'm aware that many people will come here to mock those who think it could release before next year, but I remind you that this video presents the facts. Your opinion or mine is nothing compared to the possibilities that are still on the table. Both a timely release and a delay are possible, so I give you permission to laugh at those who act superior just because of their opinion in the comments. That being said, your opinion is your opinion and you have every right to believe whatever you want. There are possibilities and you'll have plenty of reasons to think one way or another. Personally, I like the idea of it coming out this year, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised at all by a delay. In the end, it's just a matter of waiting a little longer. Add me on social media to stay in touch. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next video.